Hey everybody, looks like we are live. Let me make sure this camera is set appropriately. Okay, I see that I have two people on, and this is just a little bit different setup for me. So let's hope it all works out satisfactorily. Okay, so let me go ahead and give the greetings so that we can get things started. I know I jumped on a little bit early, but I was a little bit worried about whether or not I was going to be able to get it to work right. And I was checking here, checking there, and I'm still trying to sort the bugs out. So please overlook that. But let me just go ahead and give the greeting so that we can get started. And let me slip my glasses on. So this is the first show of 2020. So welcome to YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. In this episode, we're going to drill down on goal setting for our YouTube channels. Then if there's time, well, I know there won't be time, so I probably won't give the updates on the open invites and collabs. What I'll do is just go ahead and put them in the description box at the end of the show, because I really want us to get through the information regarding to goal setting. And I see Liz from Jazzy Green DECOR is on, and Lifestyle of Laura is on, Stephanie from Creatively Miss Me, and Michelle from My Everyday Housewife Life. How you doing, my sister? So welcome, you guys. All right, so before we get into our goal setting adventure for today, if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and this is YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. And on this show, you'll get tips, talk, and strategy on how to grow your YouTube channel. So if you want to do that, if you're into growing your YouTube channel, one subscriber at a time, then hit that subscribe button and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Okay, so let me say welcome to all of you that are on. And if you're catching us on the replay, thank you for jumping on as well. And you can go along and get involved in some of the things that we're going to be talking about at your leisure as you look at the things we've done on the replay. But to get things started, let me ask you guys, what you sipping on? I just got ice water tonight. I went to Weight Watchers on Saturday. I had a great weigh-in, so I'm trying to now I see Liz is saying something, but you know, Liz, I can't see all of that. Let me see if I can get over there. The problem is that can I move the screen over? Okay, yeah, it did that. All right, so I was able to get that moved over. And so, I see, Liz, you're asking Michelle, how's that craft room coming along? Well, yes, I took a look at that. I love the music, Michelle, on that craft room video. It was perfect for what you were doing. But Stephanie's got water with lemon. Stephanie, I didn't take the time to wash the lemon off and slice it, so I just got ice water. And let's see. Oh, Laura has dandelion tea. Oh my goodness. You know, my mom used to like cook dandelion greens when we were kids, but I never heard her make dandelion tea. That's interesting. Okay. So Leah Rowe and Junker Necker, she's got water. And Miss Tammy Cherie is just saying hello. Tammy, I think you might be new here to our sister circle. I forgot to say, if you're new here also, let me introduce you to the sister circle. And what that is a group of like-minded women who have banded together. We are a global mastermind, and we are trying to grow this YouTube channel one subscriber at a time. So our goal is to provide support and encouragement, and there is no drama over here. We always give each other love and support. So hello, Tammy Cherie, and you guys show some love to Tammy. So yeah, she is new. And Laura said she was thinking this lady looks familiar. And Amy from StevensPartyofTwo. Hey, Amy, how are you too? So I have to tell you guys, this is a whole new setup for me. I did get a new camera for my birthday, but I hadn't figured out how to use it just yet. And then when I sorted out the new channel for the YouTube talk stuff and wanted to go live, I can't go live with my iPad. You have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live on a mobile device. So I had to get this desktop working. And I've only tried it the once when I tried it on the invite video. So I'm still sorting the bugs out, but it looks like so far so good. The one thing I can't see when it's like this is I can't see the time. So I don't know how much time we've been on, but I'm not going to mess it up and try to move it over. And Lynn Kelly, an author, is with us. So, hey, ladies, Lynn Kelly is also new to the Sister Circle. She was recommended to join us by Grandma Sandy. So she's hopped on. And so let's give her some love as well. Lynn and Tammy, you will enjoy what we do here. And I am hoping that when the night's over, you say, God, you guys blew my mind, because that's what we do around here in the Sister Circle. We blow your mind. So who's ready to circle up? Who's ready to circle up? Because I know I am. I've been thinking all day about this session and what I wanted to share. And I hope you guys will enjoy what I have prepared for you. So now, Lynn and Tammy, when we say circle up, what does that mean? That means that the ladies in the Sister Circle are ready to close the gap, and circle up. And we're going to grow our YouTube channels 1 subscriber at a time. We're going to level up by 1%, and we're going to do this thing. Just a little bit about some of the rules. The only person that can use the subscriber word is me. You guys can't use the subscriber word. You can't ask for subs or anything like that, because I get in trouble and you get in trouble. So don't mention that. So if you say, well, I'm almost at, 1,000 family members or something like that, we get it. But don't use the word subscriber. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started because I think it's going to take us some time to get through it all. But let me ask you guys, who brought one goal for us to address tonight? Who brought a goal? I know I brought one, and I worked it all the way through for the most part. So Michelle said she's glad to be back filming. It's been a little out of it for a few months. Michelle, welcome back. Remember, you are going to move. That's your word, and move includes moving to get those videos filmed as well. So, okay, so Leah Rowe at Junker Necker. In case you guys forgot, Junker Necker is Leah Rowe. She is rebranding her channel, and so Junker Necker is her new name. So Leah Rowe brought one. Let me write her down. Who else brought one? Okay, so Stephanie brought one. Well, I'm writing you guys' names down, and then we'll talk about them. So who else brought one? Who else brought a goal for us to address? Hey, iStyle Design, good to have you with us. I think iStyle Design is Cheryl. Am I correct? If I'm not, let me know. But Laura, she has a goal. Okay. So I've got 3 so far. So I wrote those down. And then if someone else has one, I'll write that down. And Luann is usually my moderator. She's not on with us just yet. But if she jumps on, then I'll, so iStyle Design is Cheryl. So if she jumps on, I'll ask her to help me keep track of that. But okay, so let's see. So Liz, if I could ask you to help me keep track of that tonight. So Laura, so we'll come back to that. And then Mary at Rocky Martin has a goal too. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys remember what your goals are. We're going to come back to them, and we're going to address each of those individually. so that we can kind of see what's what. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get started with mine because, like I said, it's been almost 10 minutes. So, and I got notes like spread out like all over the place here. So, all right. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about first of all is, we were assigned the video by Sunny Lenarducci, Your Best Year Ever to Watch. If you've not looked at that video just yet, I encourage you to do that because she really talks a lot. Oh, okay, so Liz says that she's busy, so she wants to know if I could get somebody else to help me moderate tonight. So, okay, so who's going to be on all night? So, let's see. Stephanie at Creatively Miss Me, are you going to be on all night? Can I get you to help me moderate? Just meaning that kind of help keep track of who has a goal that they want us to address. If you could help me with that, I'd appreciate it because Liz has got to jump off and so she won't be able to do that. But this just kind of helps me to, like if somebody says they have a goal and I don't see it, then I can come back. I know there's Elaborate Designs by Aisha. So, hey, Aisha, yes, your sisters are on here tonight and we are ready to take care of business. So, okay. So, we'll see. So now I'm not looking at those goals right now. I'm just writing down who has a goal. And then Stephanie, if you don't mind, or if somebody out there could just kind of write down who has a goal. You don't have to write down what the goal is, but like Rocky Mountain Garden has a goal, or that Junkernecker has a goal, or that Laura has a goal. Okay, so Stephanie said she will. So that once I'm done walking through mine, then we'll take a look at those 4 goals that we already have on tap. And then if there's time, we can do a couple others. So, okay. So I went to an educational session on Saturday with Sean Cannell of Think Media. Now, when I say I went, it was like an online session for the group of his that I'm in. And I mean, that session was amazing. And one of the things that he talked about was making sure that we are laser focused on whatever it is that we're setting. And he gave us an acronym for focus, and it was follow one course until success. So focus was follow one course until success. And I thought, what does that mean? But what in the end, what he explained that it meant was to build one bridge and don't start on something else until the bridge was built. And so I thought, well, this, and he really made it pretty graphic. He had just a little like index card that kind of had this stuff walked across. But I thought, oh, okay. So when you look at this sheet right here, here's me right here, and here's my end result right there. And all across here are the steps that I need to follow to get to here. So when he was saying focus or build one bridge, then that meant do what you need to do to get this one thing done before you move to something else and not be all over the place. And you guys know I can get a little scattered sometimes. So I set a goal. As you guys know, I'm going to show you my vision board. And this year I made a little vision board that fits into my planner. And my YouTube goal was to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Like I want to get to 50,000 subscribers. Now, to say I want to get to 50,000 subscribers, that's a wish. How do I make that into a goal? Well, then my goal, to be specific, is to grow my YouTube channel to 50,000 subscribers by December 31st, 2020. So when we talk about goals, we talk about SMART goals, meaning specific, measurable, attainable, relevant or realistic, and time bound. So when I say that I want to grow my YouTube channel to 50,000 subscribers by December 31st, it's specific. You see what I want to do. I want to grow to 50,000 subscribers. It's measurable. Either I get 50 or I don't, or I get 40 or 48, whatever, but it's measurable. It's attainable. It's achievable, hopefully. I mean, it's not like pie in the sky, so it is somewhat achievable. People have done it, so I know it's achievable. Is it realistic or relevant? Or is it relevant? And yes, I want YouTube growth, so it's relevant. So one of the things that Sunny talked about in her video was not setting goals just to be setting goals, not to be setting goals because it's January and we need to set new goals, but to set goals that make sense for you and that help you get where you want to be. So set goals to generate growth. And I want to grow this YouTube channel. So I set a goal to help me do that. So my overarching goal is that I want to grow my channel to 50,000 subscribers by December 31st. That's my overarching goal for 2020 for YouTube. So then there are a series of steps that I need to do to get there. I need to create a plan and then figure out what my next step will be. And so what I decided that one of the steps that I was going to take was to grow my email list. And you guys know we've been talking about that email list for the longest. And between you and me, right now, I have 42 people on my email list. And it's my email list for this and that with Denise Jordan for my product review checklist. But I'm going to be moving that product review checklist over here to this channel because as I niche down, it may not be relevant for my cooking and cleaning and laundry video. So I'm going to move that over here. So I want to grow an email list for this and that with Denise Jordan to 1,000 subscribers by December 31st. So I think I'm dreaming big because I've not created an email list before. I've just started working at that. So what I don't know is like, how quickly does a person grow an email list? And a lot of it depends upon how quickly your channel grows. So one of my goals under my overarching goal of growing my channel to 50,000 subscribers by December 31st is to grow my email list to 1,000 subscribers by December 31st. So that's the goal. And it's specific because, it's 1,000 subscribers. And there's a date, December 31st. So it's measurable, it's attainable, I think, and it's time bound. So it's got all the mechanisms for that. Hey, Lauri Bly DIY, good to see you. But now, how do I do that? Do I just sit down and just start, what do I need to do to grow that email list? Well, there are a number of steps you have to do. And so I created, let's see, can you see that? So these are the steps. These are the steps that I need to take to create that, to grow that email list to 1,000 subscribers. Well, what is that? Because I know that might be kind of hard for you guys to see. Well, the first thing that I need to do is I need to have something to offer. Like, why would people want to give me their email address? Oh, and let me tell you guys this. When I was watching the DIY Mommy last week to get her schedule for the upcoming year, I saw her in her video asking for, oh, hang on a second, Stephanie. Don't let me forget that. But I saw her asking for people to sign up for her newsletter. And this is what she said. So if you guys weren't on last week, you might have missed it. But what she said was this. She said, because of all the changes that have been going on YouTube, I'm a little worried like everybody else. And YouTube could shut us down at any time. We don't own anything over here. So if you want to stay in contact with me, sign up for my email list. And I promise I won't share your information with anybody else. But if you sign up for my email list, you can stay in contact with me. I can let you know what's going on here at the channel. And if anything happens and YouTube shuts me down, I can still connect with you. And I thought, now, a girlfriend has almost 300,000 subscribers. Can you imagine if all of a sudden she got shut down and didn't have access to her community? I'm like, whoa. So I thought about that. And she was actively asking for people to sign up. She said, so if you want to support my channel, if you want to stay connected, sign up for my email list and I will send you my weekly, monthly, whatever, but my newsletter, which will give you yada, 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 yada. So I thought, I need to do that. Because, I mean, I've got 19,700 subscribers. I don't want to lose connection with you guys. It's not 300,000, but it's what I got. And I like the community that I have. And I always want to stay in connection with you guys. So I thought, I need to do that. So I need to create something to get you to sign up. So I'm going to create what's called a freemium or a freebie. Now, what is a freemium or a freebie? It's something useful that I give you in exchange for your email list. Like, for example, many of you have already signed up for my product review checklist. If you have not, I think I put the link down below. If not, I'll do that. But sign up for my product review checklist. And in exchange for you putting in your email address and getting on my list so that I can notify you when I come up with new videos or different courses or whatever that I'm working on, I can let you know that. But in exchange, you get my wonderful product review checklist so that you can learn how to do product reviews the right way. Now, that's called a freemium or a freebie. You know, it's like a quid pro quo. I give you something, you give me your email list. And as a bonus, I'm going to create a newsletter so that I can send you a newsletter. Maybe it'll be bi-weekly so that you can get information about maybe some recipes of things that I've cooked that week. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be in it yet. I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to figure it out. But the first thing I need to do right here is create that freemium. I need to do that. The next thing I need to do is create a channel trailer because I don't have one. Now, when I created this new channel, I had to create a trailer because I didn't have anything to put on the channel yet because we're going to be doing these shows on this channel. So I created a channel for that. Now, are you guys still with me? Because I'm not seeing any comments over there. So if I could just get a thumbs up, I've got 18 of you guys on. If I could have 18 thumbs up. And if somebody, okay, Laura says yes. All right. Because like I said, this is a new format here and I'm not like sure what's what. So I can see that you guys are still with me. Let me know if I'm making sense. So if I'm making sense, drop me a circle up in the comment section. If I'm making sense. Okay. So I need to do a channel trailer so that one, I can tell people, when new people, what the channel's about, what they expect to find here, but also so that in that channel trailer, I can ask for them to subscribe to my channel, but also to subscribe to my email list. So there's that. So I've got to do that. The other thing I need to do is choose an email manager. So create the freemium, create the channel trailer, and the freemium is sent out by email. So I also need to have an email manager like Aweber or MailChimp or something like that to send it out so that you guys can get it and open it up and I can track the information there. And then I need to continue to make my weekly videos so that I can put the ask for the subscribers and to sign up for my list at the end of my video. So I need to do that. I also need to create a new ask line. Because, you know, right now I say, so if you want to learn more about cooking and cleaning and, hang on a second, Aisha. But you guys know what my tagline is now. If you want to learn more about cooking and cleaning and laundry and health and beauty, subscribe. Well, as I niche down, I'm not going to be doing health and beauty so much. I will continue with cooking. I will continue with laundry. And every now and then I'll be doing some cleaning. So I need a new ask line if I need to do that. So, you know, like that's part of those steps. So that's part of those steps here on the bridge. That's part of that. And then in addition to that, I need to create the newsletter. What's going to go in the newsletter? How often is it going to come out? All that kind of thing. And then I need to deploy it all, meaning I got to be able to send it out. Hey, Kimberly, glad to have you with us. So that's what I need to do. So now you can see that I have one goal, overarching goal, grow my YouTube channel to 50,000 subscribers by December 31st. And then one of the goals to help me reach that overarching goal was to grow my email list to 1,000 subscribers by December 31st. And so you saw all the steps that I need to do to get there. So that's one bridge, one outcome. So now Aisha was saying, what's the best thing to get emails? Good question. Because I've been trying I've been struggling with that too. And so, you know, my sister Mickey, some of you do, Max has been helping me. She's helping me work on a website. But her assignment to me was, she said, you need to look at several of the YouTube people that you like and see what they give away. So, and it just depends. And what you give away has to make sense for your channel. Like, for example, for my This and That with Denise Jordan, when we talk about our YouTube stuff and I'm doing product reviews, well, my product review checklist was perfect as a giveaway, because that's one of the things I do on this channel. And that's one of the things that YouTube creators want to know how to do. But when I'm talking over on TNT now, just about cooking and cleaning, that's not something that they come to me for. So that's not a good freebie. I'm going to bring that freebie over here to this channel. So I was thinking, I don't know, sometimes some people might give out their top 10 recipes or their favorite Instant Pot meals, or maybe they might create an e-cookbook. Like Simply Sherry created like a house cleaning guide as an ebook. And if you guys go and take a look at Mary's Nest, her now girlfriend has grown to over 40,000 subscribers in a little over a year. You guys all know when Mary's Nest first jumped on with us, and she's got over 40,000 subscribers now. So she's doing very well. If you take a look at her channel and look down in her description box to see what she gives away as a freebie, she gives away she does traditional cooking, and she gives away her list of her top 5 cookbooks for people who want to get started in traditional cooking. So it's a resource. So it's like a resource, we'll say, like that. So it's like a PDF that she's created. And on that PDF, she's created a list of the top 5 cookbooks for traditional cooking that you might want to get so that you can begin to start that journey. And some other information is on there. That's her freebie. It's pretty simple, but it makes perfect sense for her channel. And then as a bonus, she has a bi-weekly newsletter. So I thought, So you see? So that's just something to think about. So, okay. All right, so I'm trying to see, so what else do I have here? So I'm trying to show you guys how I created this bridge. So you guys, here's my list of things that, need to happen. And then what I did was, under each one, I made a list of what needed to be done for that. So under the freemium, and since I do the inkwell press and she does the little octagons or hexagons all through the book, I always do like the little hexagons as well. So under the freemium, which is in the first hexagon, which is what I need to create, I put create freemium, which means I got to come up with the words or the script for that, the graphics and different things like that. I also have to, then once I create it, I need to refine it. And then I need to need to choose an email manager so that I can get it out, and then upload it and deploy it. And then for the channel trailer, there's several things I need to do. I need to write the script for the channel trailer, pull the video clips for the channel trailer. I need to decide, what am I going to wear? in that video. And then once I write the script, but I need to revise it, then I need to review it, then I need to shoot it, and then I need to come up with whatever tags that I'm going to, with the new tagline so that I can say the new tagline in the channel trailer and then deploy it. The other thing I had was the email manager. So that is the more simple. It's just a matter of choosing the email manager, setting up the campaign, and then deploying it. And right now I'm using MailChimp, and a lot of people use that. But some people, so many people use MailChimp that sometimes it goes to spam or whatever. So I don't know, but that's what I've signed up for. But what I have to figure out is, can I have 2 campaigns on there? Can I have 2 freemiums on there? I don't know yet. So I have to investigate that. And then this one is my weekly video. So I have to continue with my weekly videos, research them, plan them, shoot them, edit them, and deploy them. And then put the new ask in at the end in that channel trailer. So Lauri says she needs to create a channel trailer. Yeah, we all need to have one. Now, how long I've been on YouTube? 2 years. Do I have a channel trailer for TNT? No. But I'm going to have one by the end of January. That's my goal. And then I have to come up with the new tagline or the new ask line. So I got to research what I want to say. Then I got to write it. Then I got to practice it. Then I got to deploy it in the various videos. And then the newsletter. And so like the newsletter has quite a few steps as well. So here's the newsletter right here. Look at all the steps I got to do to get there. So for the newsletter, I need to create a template, or rather choose the template, because there's bunches of templates on Canva and different places like that. I just have to choose one. And then, what kind of content am I going to put on there? So then I have to identify the content. Then I need to outline what I want to say. Then I got to write what I want to say. Then I got to lay it out in the newsletter, review it, edit it, and then come up with some kind of an email sequence to get it sent out, and then deploy it. And then, so my goal for to have all this done is here, which is January 31st. So there we are. So now Stephanie said she added a tagline to her channel. So guys, channel is another one of those no words, because Stephanie's comment was blocked. I'm looking here and it says show or hide, but she said she added a tagline, but you guys can't see it, but I can. So Laura says by January 31st, we should all post our trailers. That would be good if we could have that done, because today is January 5th. So yes, that would be good. Hey, Tammy, good to see you. So now, Tammy, it popped. Stephanie, this time it came in. You just said you added a tagline, and it did pop in now. So now Michelle has a great idea, and she said you could try to gather an email list from people on Instagram. And I think you can, but I'm not sure how that works. I'm not good with Instagram. I'm trying. That's on one of my goals. So one of the things on my list for 2020 is to figure out Instagram. I'm not there yet. I might post on Instagram pretty consecutively for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'm done. And I got to have something to do. Like Christmas is good because I have all these different Christmas pictures that I go to Pier 1 or whatever, and I can post a different picture, like 4 or 5 times a day. But just in general, I just can't seem to keep up with it. So yeah, so I got a problem with that. But yes, we all do need to create a channel trailer. So now the other question, so now you guys have seen the list here of the things that I need to do. So then my next thing to figure out was, when am I going to do all of this? Because remember, if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't get done. If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't get done. So when's it going to happen? And what resources do I need to make it happen? So now Michelle says I can use IG stories. I'm going to have to investigate that, because I will say, Michelle, I did buy an IG stories course. It was like $60 from Brock Johnson. He did a presentation on one of our workshops with Sean Cannell, and he talked about the importance of IG stories. And I bought the program. Have I looked at it? No, it's just sitting in my email. So I need to do that. But see, Michelle, you're good with Instagram. And like I saw your message that you said something to me on Instagram, but I'm like, okay, now I got to get over there and find it, because I haven't been over there yet. But it's one of those things that we need to do. So Laura Lifestyle of Laura is giving us all the inspiration to have a channel trailer by January 31st and have it posted. So now Mary at Rocky Mountain Gardens says, well, she's going to try. But I'm like Yoda now. I think it was Yoda from Star Wars that said, don't try, do. So how would you determine that you're going to do that? Well, the biggest thing to do would be to take a look at your January calendar and figure out where you can get those things done. Okay, so Michelle says that Heidi Sunball does a great job with Instagram stories and bringing people into her channel. She learns a lot from her. You know what? That's probably, Heidi has blown up this past year. She was at 5,000 and 6,000 subscribers forever. And then she would go on hiatus and then she would come back. But now she's got like 40,000 subscribers. She's really doing well. So, okay. So channel trailer by the 31st, we can try it. So now here's what the other thing I want you guys to think about and see that I did. So now I want you to see this little sheet right here. Now I know you can't see it, but what I did was I looked at my calendar for January and I looked at all of the things that I had over here. And I thought, okay, so how am I going to get this done? It's like, just how am I going to get it done? And remember, when I looked at this sheet, there's 7 action steps here to get to that goal of 1,000 subscribers by December 31st on my email list. There were 7 items here that needed to happen. So I looked at my calendar and I looked at my calendar and I took these 7 items here and put them on this list here, like that, with dates. And now I'm going to transfer these to my actual calendar later, but didn't get it done just yet. But I've really been spending a lot of time thinking, and this is just the one goal. So starting this week, January 5th through 11th, my goal is, to create the freemium this week. So tomorrow, January 6th, from 10 to 12, I'm going to work on my freemium. And then on the 7th, which is Tuesday, from 9 to 12:30, I'm going to work on my freemium, looking at the words I need to use, graphics, that kind of thing. And then by Wednesday, I expect to have that freemium completed, and then I can refine it so that that one piece is done. I'm giving myself 3 days to work on that. And then on the 9th, I said I was going to upload that freemium. So I'm ambitious. So now that meant that I had to back up and look at a couple of other things because item number, so freemium was item number 1 on this sheet. Item number 2 on this sheet was to create a channel trailer. Well, I moved the channel trailer to next week. So Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life says, why is a trailer important? I feel like nobody pays any attention anymore to trailers. I think trailers are important because if someone lands on your channel for the first time, it lets them know what to expect. Within a minute and a half, no more than 90 seconds, they know what the channel's about. So it gives them, a focus. So they can say, oh, you know what? I think I might like what they need to do. Now, it's considered good practice where everybody's encouraged to do it now. Not everybody has one, but, if you don't think it's important, Michelle, then do something else that you think is important. Because one of the things that I realize is that everything isn't for everybody. So now Tammy says she's been getting a lot of views from her trailer. And Laura says she watches trailers all the time when she wants to meet new people. So I can just share with you what I've been told. But did I create one? Not until I created my new channel. So now, can you do well without one? Yes, you can. You can do very well without a channel trailer, but a channel trailer is just gives people more information about you. So there's that. So, okay. So anyway, back to my list, because I'm kind of showing you guys how to walk that goal all the way across. So now Lynn Kelly says she seldom gets views on her trailer. Okay. So Laura says when someone new comes to her, she'll go to them and watch the trailer instead of their latest video. Okay. I don't know, but it's considered good practice to have one. So I'm just sharing you guys. Today we're talking about best practice. So I'm letting you guys know what's what. So now Liz says that she deleted her trailer. Liz, why did you delete your trailer? What was going on there? I wonder. While I'm waiting for her to type that in, let me kind of get back on track here. So, so item number 2 was to create my channel trailer. And I put that down for January 8th, that I would begin to work on my channel trailer on January 8th. And on January 9th, I would pull the video clips that I wanted to use in the channel trailer. On January 10th, I would create a script, and then I would shoot the video on the 11th. And then on the 14th, I would edit the video. And then on the 16th, I would deploy the trailer. But I also had to go back to number 5, which was create the new ask line, so that I would have that to put in the channel trailer. Now, some of you are saying, so Liz is saying she deleted her trailer, as did Laura, because it was no longer relevant. So if you changed focus, then yes, you do need to have a channel trailer that reflects your current focus. So now I'm glad that I don't have a channel trailer on TNT, because since I'm going to kind of shift focus just a little bit, I want to have a trailer that's relevant. So yeah, that makes perfect sense, Liz. And Laura, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so we talked about those things. Now, the other thing that I needed to do here, so when I was looking here, all of this has to do with creating the freemium. So one of the things that I have way down here on January 7th was that I make sure that is to make sure that I have that email system chosen, because at first I had moved it way down the list, but I thought, wait a minute, I can't deploy the freemium without the email manager. So I had to move that over to January 7th. So it's item number 3, but on January 7th, I have to make sure that I choose that email manager. And then, so that means I'll be researching, and of course I've got MailChimp right now, but so Stephanie says she gets lots of views on her trailer. She's got 1,200 views on her trailer, and this is her 4th one. So yeah, people come to your channel and they want to check you out. Many times they will look at the trailer. All right. So there's that. The other thing, let's see, what do I have? So we talked about the script, editing the video. Oh, and then the last thing I had on here was creating the newsletter, and that was like number 6. So when you look at this list here, creating the newsletter was number 6. So I put the newsletter down here. I felt like it wasn't as much of a priority because it won't go out until after the freemium goes out. It's going to go out as a bonus, and it's only going to be bi-weekly. So I've got more time to create that than I do the freemium. So I put the newsletter for 2 weeks out. And so that means that on the week of January 19th through 25th, I'm going to start on the newsletter. So I'll find the template. I'll identify the content on the 19th. On the 20th, and on the 20th through the 22nd, I'll begin to outline the content for the newsletter, write the newsletter on the 23rd through the 25th, and then revise it, and then set up the email sequence, and then deploy it on January 27th. So what that means is that I'm going to take my calendar here, and in each of these blocks, I'm going to put what it is that I plan to do from this list on there. Because if it doesn't get calendared, if it doesn't get written down, it doesn't get done. And again, let me remind you guys where I'm getting this from too, because my overarching goal for my YouTube channel was to get to 50,000 subscribers by December 31st. So then when I look at my January plans, and this is one of the January goals that I've set, when I look at my January plans, so for my January plans, this one is create. This one here is to create the freemium. This one is to create the channel trailer. And this one is to create the newsletter. So what I did was take a look at just a part of this little mission board here and took 3, and I could even do like 4 if I wanted to, and broke them down into weekly goals so that I'm not just overwhelmed. And, you know, Inkwell Press, this is my calendar, my Inkwell Press planner. And Tanya Dalton is the one who designed that whole thing, and that girlfriend has built her $1 million business by creating her own calendar. But she says overwhelm is not having too much to do. It's not knowing where to start. And I thought that is so true. I mean, so often we don't know where to start. So when you look at this goal setting business, we are not setting goals just to set goals because it's 2020 and we're expected to do that. We are focused on YouTube growth. And so we have to figure out where we want to start. And then once we know where we're going to start, what are the individual steps that we need to do? What's the action items that we need to do to get to that goal? So now, what questions do you guys have? What questions do you guys have about that? I feel like, you know, like I've been doing a lot of talking, but I wanted to make sure that it was pretty clear, because I tell you what, when Sean showed us that bridge, and I thought, oh, here was me thinking, I need to create a freemium. I want to create an email list, and I need to grow it to 1,000 subscribers by the end of January. And who knows, maybe I'm like not dreaming big enough. You know, maybe I can get to 5,000 subscribers. I don't know, but I thought I'm going to set it low and then go from there. Okay, so Lynn Kelly, right now, to be on my email list, because like I said, I have 42 people on there. I would love for you to be number 43. But I believe I have in the description box a link to my product review checklist. Click on that, and that will ask for your email address, and that'll put you on the list. And then you have to look in you put in your best email, and then when you go to your inbox, you'll have a message from me, and then it'll say confirm or something like that. And then once you do that, then you'll get another email that gives you the product review checklist in the email. All you got to do is click on it and download it. But once you do all of that, you're on my list. And then also you get the product review checklist so that you can consider doing product reviews on your channel. So now the question that a lot of people have is, well, oh, the link's not in the description? Okay, I'll get it in there. I thought it was, but you know, when you set the live streams up, sometimes you can't get everything in the box right away, but I realize now I could have. I just forgot to put it in there. So I will get it in there, and I can't, but I tell you where you can find it. If you look on the latest video in my This and That with Denise Jordan, it is in that description box because it's in all of those. I'm just still learning to get stuff, bring stuff over here to this channel. So yeah, it's not in there. It's not in there. Okay. So now Tammy at Me, Myself, and DIY, and she's asking, is it's premium, FREEMIUM, free premium item, freemium, free premium item. Is it like a teaser? No, it's an actual product, something that is beneficial to the individual, like my product review checklist. For example, a couple of you guys downloaded my product review checklist and then are starting to do product reviews. I've got a step-by-step process for you to follow in that checklist so that you can do product reviews the right way. So I've given you something that you can actually use. And then I also got your email list. So that's how you do it. So it's an actual thing. And I was going to tell you guys something else, but I forgot about it. All right. But so that's how you walk through a goal and you create an action plan. And under the plan, you create little steps to achieve that. So my overarching goal for the year is that email list, and then to grow my email list to 1,000 subscribers by December 31st. And then for the month of January, my goal is to create my freemium, and then also to create my newsletter and create my channel trailer. So each of these would be a different week that I'm going to try to get these things done. I'm not trying to get everything done at once, because otherwise I would feel so overwhelmed. Okay, good, Laura. She said this has been helpful. I'm glad this has been helpful. So there's that. So I think that's what I wanted to share with you guys on that. Now, I think it was Stephanie that said it would be nice if, let me try to go back up and look, that it would be nice if you guys could like have this outline. Is that what I heard? Hey, that's a freemium. Great idea. Except though, now this is the thing. So I'm saying, yeah, this could be a great freemium. So I can kind of show you how to do this. But Stephanie's got the list so far. Okay. But now this is the thing. Like, whereas I would love to create, like I could create a graphic where I show you guys how to do this. Hang on a second, Aisha, I'll do that. But you said, but I don't have anything ready to send it out on. Now I could just, yeah, I don't have any way to send it to you at this point because I've not created, like if you were on my email list, I could send it, I could create a PDF and I could send it out that way. But you see the problem that I'm having? I don't have an email list. Well, I got 42 people on it, but you see what I'm saying? So, so if I had a good email list, and then once I created this new document, I could say, I created a new goal planning sheet. So, you know, download it below or something like that. Then I could just kind of send it out to everybody. But if you guys, well, I got to create it in a way that you guys can see it. Because I mean, as you can see, this is what it looks like. I mean, I can't email that out. But I can create something that I can send out. So I'll do that. But you guys got to sign up for my product review checklist so that I can begin to grow that list anyway. So, I'll tell you what, yeah, if you sign up for the product review checklist, I can create this and I can send it out through the email addresses that I have there. So I do have that list. So if you sign up for the product review checklist, that puts you on my email list. And then I should be able to send it out. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to try it. So there's that. Okay. So now I have some other notes for us to talk about, but let me, before we get to that, we're also going to address best practice. And so I want to answer a question first. So now Aisha said you stated that you wanted to gain 9,000 subscribers for 2019, and that was my goal. I was at about 5,000 subscribers at the end of, well, not quite 5,000 at the end of 2018. So for 2019, I put on my vision board and I was dreaming big, 6,000 to 9,000 subscribers. And I actually got 19,500 by the end of 2019. So Aisha wants to know, what did I do differently than the previous years to grow my channel? Well, one of the things that I did differently, Aisha, was I began to really niche down. If you look back on my journey in 2019, I stopped doing so many collaborations because that wasn't my signature content. You know, when you do so many collaborations, then you don't have time for your signature content. My signature content was cooking, cleaning, laundry, health, and beauty. Well, I didn't get very much from beauty, which is why I canceled my other channel. I didn't get very much from health. I did some great health videos, but nobody wants to hear about health. Nobody wants to hear about that stuff. But cooking was my sweet spot. I got lots of hits on my sweet spot, which was cooking. And people like watching me clean. And I still get hits on my laundry videos. So I kind of niched down and began doing more of that. The other thing that people really enjoyed was my mac and cheese videos. So I created more mac and cheese videos, more mac and cheese content. And one of the things that I'm going to have to do is create more of that. So that's what I did to do well. So now Lynn says I could email it to each person. Well, I've got to have your email address. So you send me an email address, I can send it out. But if you sign up on the checklist, I'll have your email address and then I can send it out. But I gotta tweak it into a form so that, you know, like you can read it and see what it is. Because I don't think I want to just try to copy that, like photocopy it like that. So I got to do that. All right. So now Stephanie says she has the list. So let's go with the first 4 goals that people have already put in there. And I know one of them was Leah Rowe at Junkernecker, Stephanie, Lauri, and Mary at Rocky Mountain. So let's start with, since Leah Rowe was the first one. Leah Rowe, if you want to put your goal up again. Oh yeah, Stephanie, Lifestyle of Laura, Junkernecker, and Mary. So Stephanie, you put yours up first. So why don't you go ahead and put yours in, Stephanie? We'll do you first since you're the moderator. And then we'll just go in that order. So that gives people time enough to get prepared to write theirs in. But we'll just do one at a time. So Stephanie, write your goal. Now, guys, remember, this is interaction. So if there's some suggestions or comments that you guys have, jump in with those. This is not like just me talking at you guys. This is an interaction. This is a global mastermind. We are all in this thing together. So Stephanie says, I want to be in front of the camera more. So let me just say right away, first of all, what is a goal? Specific, measurable. Oh, let me write that little acronym down. I got to clean this office up. It is a hot mess. All right. All right. So goals are SMART. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So her goal is, I want to be in front of the camera more. That's what she's written. Stephanie, that's not a goal. That's a wish. I want to be in front of the camera more. That's a wish. And I get it. I know that you are a little shy and you're hesitant to be in front of the camera. So now, ladies here in the circle, how can we make this into a goal? When you say, I want to be in front of the camera more, how are we going to measure that? How do you measure more? How many videos do you put up a week? Do you put up 4 videos, 3 videos, 2 videos? So maybe you might say, I want to be in front of the camera 2 out of every 4 videos that I put up. Or I want to increase my camera presence by 50%. Increase camera presence by 50%. Okay. Does that make sense, Stephanie? When I say it's a wish, when you say more, because you can't measure more, but you can measure by 50%. So Stephanie is saying, 3 videos a week. I want to be in front of the camera at least 2 times a week. Okay. I want to be in front of the camera 2 times a week. That is perfect. 2 times a week. I want to be in front of the camera. If you're uploading, well, it doesn't matter how often you're uploading. You say you want to be in front of the camera 2 times a week. So if you upload 2 times, 4 times, 10 times, if you're in front of the camera 2 times a week, you met your goal. So now Laura says commit to X amount of videos per week. And yeah, you can consider doing that, but she doesn't have to. For this one goal of being in front of the camera, she just needs to talk about how often she's going to be in front of the camera. Not necessarily how many videos she's going to do. She's got to be in front of the camera 2 times a week. She's got to be in video in front of the camera twice a week. So that means she's uploading at least twice a week, because there's no way for her to do that. So now, how does that happen, Stephanie? Now let's help her break that down. So now her goal is going to be camera presence, 2 times weekly. Starting when by when? Every week? How often? We got to be able to, what's the time frame? So specific camera presence twice a week. So 2 times a week, but starting when? Today is January 5th. Okay, so starting this week. So starting January 5th. You got to put a date on there. So starting January 5th. Now, Amy says she would have said more too. But remember, we can't measure more. We can't measure less. But we can measure 50%, but increase camera presence by 50% weekly starting January 5th. We can measure that. Because if she's, we can measure 50% or be in front of the camera twice a week or 2 times weekly starting January 5th. It hits everything. So now Michelle wants to commit to at least 2 videos a week this week. So now, well, Michelle, are you on our list? I don't know if you're on the list, Michelle, but just looking at that, we got to finish up Stephanie, but that's not a goal. That's a wish. So you said, I want to commit to at least 2 videos a week this week. That's a wish. So a goal is upload 2 videos a week starting January 5th. Upload 2 videos a week. Upload 2 videos a week every week starting January 5th. You see the difference? When you say, well, I want to commit to this, okay, great. That's a wish. Now, how are you going to go about it? So, okay, now let's back up. So now we got to go back to Stephanie real quick. So now her goal is to be in front of the camera 2 times weekly starting January the 5th. So now what steps does she need to take to make that happen? What are her action steps now to do that? What does she need to do? First of all, she's got to plan some videos. She's got to plan 2 videos a week. What else does she need to do? She's got to plan 2 videos a week. Then she's got to film. I probably shouldn't say shoot the videos because, then the algorithm might hear that word and think something bad. But film 2 videos weekly. And then upload them. 2 videos a week. So now when is that going to happen? And she said starting January 5th. So today is Sunday, January 5th. When is she going to do all of this? If it's not on the calendar, it's not going to happen. because she might get overwhelmed by all of that. So now, Stephanie, write down Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life as on the list. We'll come back to her. She's number 5. But when you look at that calendar for January 5th, and she wants to shoot and be in 2 videos this week, well, today is already January 5th, so that day is out. Tomorrow, I don't know if she's got something planned or not, but we've got Monday through Saturday. So let's say she shoots one tomorrow, but she's got a plan and research. So let's give her to Tuesday. Let's say January 7th would be the first video that she shoots or films. And then maybe January 10th might be the second video that she films, or maybe January 9th. You know, give her a couple days apart so that she's got time to film those videos. Maybe she'll do her research for both videos on the same day. So let's say she takes Monday to research and plan 2 videos. So Stephanie says Tuesday and Thursday is when she's going to upload her video. So if she's going to upload on Tuesday and Thursday, she's got to plan, she's got to do research on Monday for both of those videos. So that, well, no, I guess she won't have time. If she's going to upload a video on Tuesday, she's got to do her research and her filming on Monday the 6th, get it filmed and get it edited so she can upload it on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday the 8th, and she's writing this down on her calendar, she's going to research, film, and edit video number 2, and then upload it on Thursday. And then that gives her Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to get ready for the next 2 videos. Okay. So Stephanie, does that help? Now, as far as once you've decided that your plan is to be in front of the camera 2 times weekly starting January 5th, then we kind of broke down what it is you need to do that. Now, one thing we didn't mention when we said plan the videos, film the videos, and edit them, but you also got to plan wardrobe, makeup, those kinds of things. Because it takes a minute, you know, like, I don't have no makeup on today, but, you know, I knew for the most part it would just be you ladies. I combed my hair. I got dressed. I didn't go to church today, so I didn't put on a face. But when I'm going to do a video and I'm putting on a face, you know, that takes some time to do too. My husband be like, what's taking so long? How come you're just getting started? Well, once you got everything figured out, you get the camera, the lights all set up, you get your face put on, then, you know, it takes time. So Lynn says it takes her a month to get that face on. Girl, tell me about it. So, you know, it's like that. So it takes some time. So you have to include all of those things in your time frame for the day. Now, you may not put hair and makeup on the calendar, but you'll have to put it in your timeline for the day you're shooting the video. Oh, thank you, Lynn. So is everybody with me on this? Stephanie, are you good with your goal now? Let me hear that goal. Let me see that goal worded, Stephanie. Where's your goal? Because we want to see how you transform that goal to a wish. Thank you. So let's see how you transform that goal to a wish. So Stephanie, excuse me, let me get a drink. So Stephanie is asking, should she wear makeup in her videos? Well, you know, Stephanie, that's up to you. That's up to you. You know, I'm a mature woman of a certain age, and I just feel like I need to paint the barn sometimes. So if I'm doing a regular video, I will put the makeup on. If I'm doing a video after a workout, I'm not putting any makeup on because I'm like, okay, this is real. I don't put makeup on before I do workout. So now, Stephanie, you just wrote be more in front of the camera 2 times a week. No, be in front of the camera 2 times a week, starting, 2 times a week, starting January 5th. Take the word more out, because you can't measure more. We can't measure 2 times a week. Yeah, be in front of the camera 2 times a week. Hey, Luann, it's good to have you there. And are you good with the different little action steps, you guys, of what we needed to do? And Stephanie, you don't have to do makeup if that's not you. If you never wear makeup, then don't wear makeup for video, because then it won't look like you. You want to look like you. So it's up to you as to what to do. Okay, so and then Michelle said, Luann, we're looking at the goals that the ladies have set for their YouTube channel. And backing up for a second, Michelle said, she posted a video today, and she posted at least 2 videos each week for this month. So how are you going to state that, Michelle? Post. So I will post videos 2 times weekly for the month of January. Or post videos 2 times weekly for the month of January. Because maybe in February you want to post more often, but right now you want to post at least 2 times weekly. That's specific, it's measurable, and there's a time frame. Post videos 2 times weekly for the month of January. Has everybody got any comments on that? So, and Michelle suggested maybe light makeup, mascara, and blush. Whatever moves you, Stephanie. Whatever makes you feel good. So whatever works for you. Like I said, for me, I paint the barn because I feel like I need to. But if you don't feel like you need to, don't worry about it. People come to you already because of you. So we'll go from there. All right. So Stephanie, who's the next person that we need to look at their bam. I will post 2 videos weekly for the month of January. That's it. 2 videos weekly for the month of January. So yeah, that's a good goal. All right. All right. So now, who's the next one, Stephanie, that we were going to be doing their goal? Oh, sorry, I snorted. That's so indelicate, but I get so snuffly sometimes. Okay, Mary, where's your goal? Mary at Rocky Mountain Gardens, what was your goal? And yours didn't have to do with YouTube. Yours had to do with health, I believe. But okay, that's cool. Go ahead. Where is it? Because here's the thing. YouTube is just one part of our life. And whereas on this channel, we tend to focus on YouTube, there is more to life than that. Because I tell you what, I had so much going on today and yesterday. I was just doing all I could to make sure I was ready for the show. So Mary, where is your goal? Oh, okay. So Mary says, going to use my gym membership now. Okay, Mary, that's a wish. Laura, we'll come back to you. We won't skip you, but right now we're looking at Rocky Mountain Gardens. We're looking at Mary, and she says that she's going to use my gym membership now. That's a wish. So now when we look at where does that fall? Well, first of all, I'm glad you set a health goal. And when you look here at my goal wheel, my goals for the year, one of the areas here on the Inkwell Press, right there, is health. That's health. So you set a health goal and you want to start going to the gym. Okay, so that's a wish. That's your wish. But now to make it a goal, then it would be, let's see, where are you? Go to the gym twice a week, starting, like go to the gym twice a week or twice weekly for the month of January. or just go to the gym twice. Well, you got to have a time frame in there. So you have to say when that's going to be. So go to the week twice. Can you guys hear me okay? Someone is talking about, Tammy says something is frozen up. Is anybody, am I frozen or is it just her? Okay, so I'm fine. So then, Mary, for your goal to be a goal, then you would say visit, to go to gym twice a week for the month of January. And then that just makes it nice and clean. And then what you would do is put on your calendar what days you're actually going to go to the gym. Maybe you put Tuesday and Friday would be the days that you're actually going to go. But when you say, well, I'm going to start using my gym membership, well, so starting this week, Wednesday and Friday. So then go to the gym, go to the gym Wednesday and Friday, starting this week. Or starting this week, go to the gym Wednesday and Friday. Or attend gym, or rather, go to the gym twice a week on Wednesdays and Fridays, starting for the month of January. Something like that. Does that make sense? So Mary said it's been a wish for the past year. And so, but now, Mary, you're taking it from a wish to a goal. When you say you're going to go twice a week on Wednesday and Friday, that's no longer a wish, because see, you can measure that. And next week, when you jump on, we can say, did you go to the gym on Wednesday and Friday? And she'll say yes or no. So there's a little bit of accountability there too. So guys, with this new camera, the camera is up here. I haven't figured out like a good place to sit it. So I feel like when I'm looking straight ahead, it looks like I'm looking down. I don't know. It just looks kind of weird. So, okay. All right. So does that help, Mary? So I think you're good for that. All right. So Mary, Wednesday and Friday, you're going to the gym. Now for myself, I do my yoga in the morning, first thing in the morning, and I'm doing a 30-day yoga with Adrienne. She started a new 30-day plan on January 1st. So January 1st was day 0, and she just has you sit on the floor and breathe, and she tells you what's going to happen. And then on January 1st, we start the actual practice. And so today is January 5th, and I've gotten through that. Now, what I know about myself is that I have to do that plan first thing in the morning, because if I get busy, I'm not getting back to that yoga mat. So Michelle said that yoga was hard today. Did you do day 1, Michelle, or did you start with day 5? And Luann says she's doing that one too. Oh, Luann, oh, I'm so glad there are 3 of us doing the 30-day practice, the home. I just love the music, and she's so relaxing. So now, Michelle, you started with day 1. You know what? It's okay. It gets easier. So Luann, Michelle started today with day 1. You'll just know that when you're on your mat, Luann and myself, we're on our mats too, and we are all doing it together. So Michelle, Luann is on day 3, and I'm on day 5. And you said you just stretch through what you can do. And that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, guys, I'm sorry we're digressing, but we're talking about health. And we are encouraging one another to be healthy. So I do that. And I've got that on my habit list. Because, you know, I really try to keep myself accountable. So Michelle shares it with you on Instagram. Okay, so yeah, join in. So see here on my vision board, here she's sitting here in her lotus position, and I mentioned yoga when I talked about it. And then on my calendar, for my daily habits, I have it on here. So see right here on my daily habits, on my habit tracker, this one is yoga with Adrienne, and I X them off as I do it. So Amy wants to know where can she find it, and it's yoga with Adrienne. It's on YouTube, and this particular 30 days program is called Home. And she's like bringing us home to ourselves, to our bodies, that kind of thing. So Amy, we'd love to have you join us. So right now there's Michelle and me and Luann. If the rest of you guys want to join us, I tell you what, I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, oh, and I put on my little yoga outfit. And I bought a bunch of cute yoga outfits because I get inspired by putting on cute clothes. And I'm walking down the steps and I'm, we start out, I'm, whatever. But by the time we're done, I'm like, I am just so energized once we're done. So Aisha said you would like to learn more about yoga. You know what? This is a good place to start because it's a home practice. You do it in the privacy of your living room. So if you fall over or look foolish, nobody sees you but the dog if you've got one. So we'd love to have you join us, Aisha. So it's on, it's called Yoga with Adrienne. And she publishes the videos at like, 12:01 a.m. So you can do it at any time that's convenient for you. I get up about 7:30 and I do it then. Michelle might do hers at another time. She set up a place to do it in her house. I do it in my living room because that's the only place I have to do it. And so everybody does wherever. Okay, so now Laura, I'm digressing. So lifestyles with Laura, where is your goal? Let's see. We're supposed to do Laura's goal. All right, where is the goal for Laura? And it was going to be, and then Leah Rowe too. She was going to be one of those too. So where's your goal? So we've done Stephanie. We've done Mary. So now, lifestyle with Laura. Okay, so we're doing Leah Rowe next. So Junker Necker is Leah Rowe. You guys remember Leah Rowe. This is her new channel name. So her wish is to gain 1,000 subscribers in 2019. Okay, so now is this what you wanted for 2019 or is this your goal for 2020? It would be great to gain 5,000, but I'm thinking realistically and stay true to her niche of trash to treasure and post 2 times weekly. Okay, you got a lot in here, Leah. You got a lot. So you've got subscriber goals. You've got niching down goals and posting goals. So let's break that apart. So your overarching goal, I think, would be to, yeah, you say you're a year behind. I think your overarching goal would be, well, I don't know. You tell me, what is your overarching goal? Niching down or gaining? You know what? Let's say your overarching goal is going to be your subscriber total. Now, in one aspect, your subscriber total is not something you can that you can control. So you can't control that, but there are things you can do to help it along. And then the other thing, is staying true to your niche. And see, that was what helped me to grow, was I started to really niche down and focus on my signature content and not doing so many collabs. Now, here's the thing. If you're not at 1,000 subscribers yet, the collaborations help you to grow. They help you to get more eyeballs on your channel. It helps you to practice your craft of filming and talking on camera and all that kind of stuff. But so you're going to have to decide which one is your overarching goal. And I'm thinking for most of us, it's probably going to be our subscriber count, even though that's like a vanity measure, according to Salma Jaffrey and so many people. It's a way to see what we're doing. Or is it more important to you to stay true to your niche of trash to treasure? Because you got 2 different things going on right there. But I think if you set your goal of, say, maybe 1,000, so what you say your wish is to gain 20,000 subscribers. So that's a wish. So, and you've already said that that's your wish. But But why don't you make that wish become a goal and say your goal is to gain, now, do you want to gain 1,000 subscribers or be at 1,000 subscribers? I'm not sure what it is you're trying to do there. But okay, why don't we go for it? Why don't we dream big? And let's say your goal is to gain, grow your YouTube channel to 5,000 subscribers by December 31st, 2020. That's your overarching goal. So if that's your, okay, so you want to gain 1,000 subscribers. So, okay, so your goal, now let's go, well, okay, I was gonna say let's go a little bigger, but okay, you want to gain 1,000 subscribers by December 31st, 2020. That's your overarching goal. Now there's steps you're going to take to get there, and now a goal underneath that would be to niche down, to trash to treasure videos. So your second goal then is going, well, our sub goal would be to niche down and post videos related. Say niche down and post trash to treasure videos 2 times weekly. Or yeah, stay true to my niche of trash to treasure and post, well, stay true to my niche of trash to treasure. That's a goal, by posting 2 times weekly. So stay true to my niche of trash to treasure by posting 2 videos weekly or something like that. So then, yeah, 5,000 would be fantastic. And I don't see anything wrong with reaching for 5,000, because you certainly could reach for 5,000. 1,000 is doable. 5,000 would be grand. But, you know, either you get to 5,000 or you don't. Maybe you only get to 1,000. Maybe you only get to 2,500. But you can measure that growth. And 5,000 is certainly realistic, especially in that trash to treasure genre. There are lots of people doing that, and there are lots of people that love it. So you should be good with that. That could be a good goal. But okay, so your overarching goal could be grow my YouTube channel to 5,000 subscribers by December 31st. And then one of the ways you're going to achieve that goal is stay true to my niche of trash to treasure and stay true to my niche of trash to treasure by posting 2 times weekly. It still seems like that's 2 topics. Well, stay true to my niche of trash to treasure by only posting trash to treasure videos. Something like that. Well, stay true to my niche of trash to treasure with each posting, or for the year, or something like that. But because I think that's separate when you're staying true to your niche, and then posting 2 times weekly, I think is another goal underneath that. Does that make sense, guys? Who wants to jump in and add a little bit there? Who's got something to add to that? And then Laura says she wants to niche down to fashion since that's the best video. And she's starting to collab with other fashion ladies. So, okay, so you want to niche down to fashion. So then your overarching goal, Laura, might be something like, let's see. Niche down to, I'm drawing a blank, but niche down to create fashion videos. Niche down to fashion videos. Maybe something related to your signature content, which is your fashion videos. So maybe niche down to uploading fashion videos only for 2020. Niche down to uploading fashion videos only for 2020. Now that's pretty specific. Oh, yeah, for 2020. That way you can tell all year whether you do fashion videos or not. You say you're going to niche down to fashion videos only. So that's one goal. And then underneath that, you say you're starting to collab with other fashion ladies. Well, underneath that, maybe what you might do is have a goal that collaborate with another YouTube creator once monthly, or quarterly. So collaborate with other YouTube creators, collaborate with other fashion YouTube fashionistas. I'm going to call them fashionistas for now, but collaborate with other fashionistas once, either monthly or quarterly. So maybe you're going to collaborate quarterly, maybe you're going to collaborate monthly, maybe twice a year, but probably quarterly certainly would be good. So now when you say collaborate, do you mean with one person or with many? I think what she means is that she's going to collaborate with another fashion person. Like, I don't know, maybe there's someone who does fashion videos as well. So she'll do a collaboration with that person. Now, does that mean, I guess, are you going to issue a challenge, issue a collaboration, or you're going to do a collaboration with 1, 2, or 3 other people where maybe you guys are doing a fall lookbook, and you're going to show boots and she's going to show dresses and somebody else is going to show skirts? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, so now Stephanie says her top videos are tablescapes and DIYs. Stephanie, okay, so if your top videos are tablescapes and DIYs, what is your value proposition? What is it that you say your channel is about? I thought it was tablescapes. Okay, Laura, what did you write down? Let us know. Okay, so you're going to collaborate both with one lady or an open collab. Okay, makes sense. And show us what you wrote down. Oh, sorry, I snorted again. All right, so then we've got Laura and we've got, so now, Laura, you're talking about collaborating with people, how often? Quarterly or monthly? And then do you have someone identified as to who you're going to collaborate with? Where are you with that? So Laura's going to collab monthly with someone. Okay, good. Do you know when monthly? Do you have it on the calendar? So Stephanie, you say your value proposition is tablescapes, thrifting, hauls, organization, and makeup. Wait a minute. You going to talk about makeup and you don't want to wear any? Now, come on now. I'm just a little bit confused. Okay. So you've got it on the calendar and you're asking her this month. All right, good. Okay. All right, anybody else? So are we good with these 4? Because I think Luann said she had, was it Luann or someone else said they brought their goal? So let's go to the next one then. We'll do one more goal. So Stephanie says she does a lot with makeup, but to do it every day is a bit much. Oh yeah, I put my face on now when I have to do a video. I don't put it on every day anymore. Okay, I think, Luann, did you have your goal we were going to do? Otherwise, I'll go ahead and I've got some notes that we're going to talk about best practice. We'll get that out of the way. Oh, okay, maybe it wasn't you. What we're doing is we're sharing goals. I thought there was one person that said they had a goal they wanted us to talk about. What we're doing is we're sharing. we're sharing our goals, and then we're trying to refine them, because we're setting our goals for 2020, but we're not just setting goals to be setting goals. We're setting goals for growth. So Mary at Rocky Mountain Garden had a goal related to health, and we helped her change that from a wish to a goal. And then Laura and Leah Rowe at Junkernecker, and then Laura at Lifestyles of Laura, they were both struggling with how to set a goal for their channels, and we did that. And then Stephanie at Creatively Miss Me, we set a goal for her too. Okay, so then I think we've done all the goals. Then let me go ahead and give the notes for best practice, because it's, you know, getting kind of late. So all right, so now I've got some notes here related to best practice. So people wanted to have a look at this list where I showed how to kind of walk through and set up those, and how to break down the goals and create it from point A to point B, so you could, you know, complete one bridge. So it'll take me a couple of days to tweak that. And then if you signed up on my product review checklist, I'll get that sent out so that people can get that. Okay, so now let's take a look at the best practice. And I'll try to go through this pretty quickly so that everybody gets it. But if not, you can jump on the playlist. I mean, on the replay. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about regarding best practice, my sister's been sick. So, oh, hang on a second, guys. Sorry. Hello. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I'm on my show right now. Can I call you back? Okay, bye. Well, I'm glad I answered that call. It's my sister, and I'm supposed to take my mom to an appointment tomorrow, which I totally forgot. So it's not on my calendar, but it's probably in my phone, but I don't even know where my phone is today. So I'm glad she called. So I'll have to get that once we're done. But okay, so let's take a look at best practices. So first of all, one of the best practices for us as creators is personal development. We have got to invest in our personal development. And you can do that by taking courses. You can do that by following a particular YouTube guru, by watching video, by reading books, whatever. But we have got to work on personal development. And I think for 2020, we should each really set that as a goal for ourselves. One of the ways that you can really grow as a YouTube creator is by focusing on the vidIQ videos with Laurent Segev. And those videos are always have the same name, which is how to get more views and subscribers with vidIQ, the complete A to Z guide. Every week he comes on, he does the same title. He follows the same process. He talks about making a chocolate cake, but he shows you how to do keyword research. And for those of you that have followed him, when we say chocolate cake, you know exactly who it is and what we're talking about. But if you don't know, then you need to get on board, because he is like a big teddy bear, but he helps you understand the vocabulary and the nuances associated with titles, tags, and thumbnails. And we've got to learn that. So personal development with the vidIQ with Laurent Segev is number one. I highly encourage that. That's number one. Number two, I really want you to think about examining two of your competitors. I mean, literally examine them. Now, I don't mean look at a couple of their videos. I mean, examine what they do, how they do it, why they do it, and how it works for them. And how can you get some of that? Because if someone is in your same niche, like cooking or cleaning, like I think it was In the Kitchen with Gina Young. Oh my goodness, I love her. She is amazing. That girl can cook. She has so much energy and so much enthusiasm when she's cooking. And so I will look at her and say, okay, what's working for her? And what is she doing that might work for me? Now, I'm not Gina Young. I'm not trying to be Gina Young. I want to be uncommon. I want to be me. But if there's something going on over there that can work for me, I want to know what that is. So examine what that person is doing and how it can work for you, or what you like and what you don't like. Like, for example, when it comes to cleaning, I love Inspired by Nikki. Oh my goodness, that woman's videos are like a work of art. They are just so beautiful and they're just so light and airy. And she just wears the most beautiful clothes as she's cleaning her house. Now, my house doesn't have all white walls and I don't have the windows and all the lighting that she does. I don't have a drone that gets this high footage and all of that. Her videos are beautiful. But I can do better video. I can work how she gets some of those close-ups of some of the different shots that she's doing. I can figure out some of that, and I can get better lighting by bringing my lighting that I do have, or maybe shooting at certain times of the day. So how can I make that work for me? And one of my viewers mentioned recently, I love your close-ups because they help us to see better. And one of my comments from a viewer from the turkey carcass soup video, which was a year ago, said, could you please bring things in closer so we can see better? So you see, I can learn from that, from the comments and from what I'm learning from examining what works for other people. So there's that. So find 2 channels, and you already follow somebody that you like. Well, figure out why you like them. Why is what they're doing attractive to you? And then take notes about it, jot it down, and figure out, okay, what can I incorporate into my practice? So there's that. And then what do you need to do to level up? We want to level up by 1% on every single video. Now, I decided in 2019 that I was going to get a better job with my thumbnails. After my little granddaughter said, Grandma, your pictures are horrible. I'm like, okay, I got to fix this. So they are much better. Well, then when I broke my Diva light, guys, I wasn't paying attention, pulled the doggone thing over, cracked the light bulb. And that light bulb was like $60. So, and it took me a while to get another one. So my videos were a little dark for a while there. And now I've got my new light bulb. I've got it set up again. So I'm trying to get back to having better lighting. But, you know, what can I do with that? So I'm working on leveling up. The other thing, now, when we were on with Sean on Saturday, he said something that I found to be very interesting. And he said, choose one YouTube mentor. And his comment was, if you chase 2 rabbits, you're not going to catch either one of them. And he said, follow one person and follow them. He said, if you get too many voices in your ear, then what do you accomplish? And I thought that kind of makes sense. So choose like one of the gurus that you watch on YouTube. You know, like I watch Sean Cannell, I watch Roberto Blake, Nick Nimmo, sometimes Daryl Eve, Sarah, all these different people, Sonny Leonarducci. And I'm like, okay, am I getting conflicting advice? Well, sometimes, but not usually. But it's like, his suggestion was follow one person consistently and learn what it is that that person has to teach. And I thought, well, that kind of makes sense. So I'm just going to throw that out there. So Stephanie says she thinks her thumbnails are fair. Well, you know, Stephanie, hopefully they are. What you might want to do is like, you know, get one of your YouTube sisters to check them out and see what they think. But honey, my little Morgan does not mince words. She was like 6 at the time. And it's kind of funny because I was in Georgia and I was sitting on the bed and she was sitting there with me and we were like going through looking at different videos and I was leaving comments. And so she wanted to help leave comments too. So she would leave a comment like, your video was very nice. And I think it was one of those DIY videos where we had to create some kind of a gift or something. Your video is very nice. I think your present is cute. You should give it to somebody. I don't know, it's just something silly. But I mean, she was 6. So that was huge for her. And she would write it herself. And then I would leave a comment and she would write that like with my comment. And I would say, you know, my granddaughter Morgan is also leaving you a comment. So you would know like what was what. But then we looked at my thumbnail and she was like, Grandma, your pictures are horrible. Now, she didn't remember saying that now. She's 8. But I remembered it. And I thought, you know what? If a 6-year-old says my pictures are bad, they must be pretty bad. So just look at the thumbnails of your competitors. So one of the things that I learned about tablescapes is that when you, and mine aren't always perfect, but when you have a picture of a tablescape, they don't need to see the whole table. They just need to be able to zero in on like one nice table setting or a piece of it, something to kind of tweak them or trip their trigger to get them to come and watch. So, oh, Lynn says she's got a 6-year-old granddaughter named Morgan too. Yeah, Morgans are something else. They're a little special. So there's that. But you know, but again, pick a mentor and kind of stick with that person. And you know, when I'm bringing information to you guys, I will look at a number of different ones just to kind of try to spread it around. But I might niche down a little bit and maybe just look at a couple and bring what they have to say, just so that I don't confuse us as well. So there's that. And I'm sorry to be so long, but there's just so much I wanted us to think about to get started on 2020. So the other thing I want you to think about is to go live at least once a month. And maybe you could set that as one of your YouTube channel goals. Go live once a month starting January 15th or something like that. And then you pick the date and go live. Because what that does is it can help you increase your watch time if you go live the right way. So there's that. So now go live at least once a month. And let's see. Now here's a caveat though. You can only go live on a mobile device if you have 1,000 subscribers or more. If you've got less than 1,000, you can't go live on a mobile device. So you guys know I usually use my iPad. Well, I couldn't go live with that on this channel. So luckily I was able to get my new camera hooked up to my desktop and I could go live from my desktop. Because I've only got like 47 subscribers on this channel so far. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Now, as far as premieres, you know what, Lynn? I don't have a video on the right way to go live, and I will create one. Yep. I will certainly create one. And you know, that's what I've been thinking about. Several people have told me that all these things that I share with you guys on about YouTube creation, that I should create a YouTube course about that. Something for women who have already started a channel, but just kind of, there's some little nuances that we're learning. So I think I can do that. What camera am I using? I got a new camera for my birthday, and it's this one. It is the Logitech. It's the Logitech C920 Pro HD webcam. And so I hook it into my desktop. The camera is up here. And I think eventually I should be able to share screens with it, but I got to figure all that out. But that's the camera that I'm using. Let's see. Aisha said she's working on going live. She had trouble the first time, and then Marilyn showed her what to do. Going live, I'm glad Marilyn showed you. Going live is not difficult. The hardest part is that, the biggest fear is that, what if nobody comes? What if nobody comes? And I tell you what I did one time. When I was trying to go live and I was using my laptop, I was live for 1 solid hour. I was doing an unboxing. I unboxed 6 glossy boxes. Sound wasn't working. They couldn't hear a thing. Zippo. What if you get tongue-tied? Not a problem. Now, premieres. Okay, so Diva's asking about premieres. I don't think there is I don't think that there is an issue with premieres. I don't think you have to have so many subbies to have a premiere. I don't believe that is to be. because when you upload a video, you have the option to publish, schedule, or make it private. And if you publish, the options under, well, no, and if you schedule, the options under schedule includes premiere. So I think you can go premiere, that you can create a premiere once you are ready to publish. And so Laura says she's a friend who went live and didn't tell anyone because she didn't want to have anyone show up. Now that is too funny. I did that one time. In the Sean Cannell group that I'm in, he told us to go live, and we were to go live on an evergreen topic, which means that if you go live with an evergreen topic, you have to have information to share. It's not just a chat session. I'm used to, if I'm going live on, well, if I'm doing an evergreen topic, I'm used to having notes. As you guys know, I have plenty of notes, and then I can edit it if I flub it up. Well, when you go live, you cannot edit out the flubs. So I was really concerned about that. But you know what? My first couple lives with no notes were a hot mess, but I got through them. And I did something like, I don't know, it was an unboxing for Grove Collaborative or something like that. But yes, you should also do more premieres, because the premieres count somewhat as a live. And what happens with the premiere is you're able to interact with your guests right away. And I love that. Now, if nobody jumps on and you're sitting there waiting, you know, that can be a little bit disconcerting, but still, oh, excuse me. But you can interact with your people right there. So yeah. So now Michelle said she's seen that too many times. What if no one showed up? Okay. Oh, I see. So I think Stephanie said, or was it Diva? Somebody said something about, Diva says she's often watches premieres and the creator isn't there. Well, now that defeats the purpose of the premiere. The purpose of the premiere is for the creator to be there so that you can jump on. Now, I will admit, I've done 2 premieres and I wasn't there because I forgot. It was like I had set my time and I was doing this, and I was like, oh, shoot, I was live. Then I rushed upstairs and it was like at the end. If you're doing a premiere, you are supposed to be in that chair to interact with your clients. And it's really kind of nice because like right now we're doing a live stream and I'm looking at the camera and you're looking at me and I have to try to look over here to see what it is you're saying. But when you do a premiere, the video's already up there. All you got to do is you can participate in the chat. Okay, so there's that. I better hurry up because I know it's getting late, people. All right, so now, this is the other thing about being live. Best practice. Send out your notifications for live at least 2 to 4 hours before your live stream. Now, sometimes if I'm really busy and I'm working on my notes or I'm working on whatever, I don't get the notifications sent out until like an hour before the stream. But you guys have come to expect me to be on at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. So you know I'm going to be here, whether I send a notification out or not. Unless I've told you the week before, we're not having a live stream this week. I'm going to be here. But it's best practice to get that notification out. Some people will send theirs out the day before or even a couple of days before. I worry that people might forget. So I like to get it out at least a couple of days ahead of time. But certainly 2 to 4 hours before to jog their memory. And if you've got your community tab, like today, I put a little note on the community tab to remind people of the live stream because I couldn't find it on my channel, on my new channel. It was just kind of odd. So I put a note on my community tab as a reminder that I was be over here today for the Shout Out Sunday show, which is now YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. So there's that. Now, if you have a community tab, like I said, send out the reminder. And the other thing with best practice is don't wait for people to show up. So Lynn Kelly, if people don't show up, you just have to keep talking and act like people are there. So the worst case scenario is no one shows up and you just talk as if they are. So there's that. And what you want to do is plan a social conversation to give people time to jump on. Now, what you don't do is say, well, I'm going to wait. We'll wait a little bit to see if anybody jumps on. No, don't say that, because you said we were going live at 7:45. I came at 7:45. I got things to do. So you need to go ahead and get started at 7:45. Hey, Pat, it's good to have you with us, as always. So go ahead and start. So plan some kind of a social conversation to get it going, as you in your mind know that you're waiting for people to jump on. So we always start with, like, once I give the greeting, then I'll say, well, what you sipping on? So then we talk about that. We'll talk about what we're drinking, that kind of thing. And then I will talk about another topic that's relevant for whatever it is we're going to talk about. Or if it was just after New Year's, or Happy New Year's, everybody, how was your Christmas, that kind of thing. But don't say, well, we're going to wait a little bit till somebody else jumps on. No, I'm here. If I'm the only person here, you need to start talking. So there's that. So plan whatever that social conversation is going to be. So in case there's no one there, and well, no, you plan it already so that you've got something just to jump right into, so you can go ahead and get that done. Wendy always busy. Hey, Wendy. Okay, so there's that. And let's see, I already talked about what if no one's there. And one thing you can do is, like, tell a story about something. You could answer a few questions. Like, for example, let's say I'm doing a live stream and it's about laundry, and I have a particular topic we're going to talk about, but I don't want to get into the topic until I've got more people on. So I may start off with saying, you know what, I had a couple of questions in the laundry lab, and one of the people asked me about this. And so I might start out telling that story and answer that question. And then I'll say, okay, so now let's just go ahead and get into it. So like that. So those are just some examples of how you can handle it. But don't say, well, we're going to wait until we get more people on. No, I'm here. You need to go ahead and talk. So there's that. So have a plan, not mindless chat. Don't set up a live stream and just say, oh, well, let's chat. Well, who's out there? Well, what you doing, or whatever. Now, let's say, now I've seen a couple where it's been like midnight, not even later than that, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and maybe somebody couldn't sleep. So they said, you know what, I'm going to try to live chat and see who's up. And they said, well, who's up? And so people just kind of aimlessly, they come on and you guys are talking about whatever. I couldn't sleep. And so I just thought I'd see who was out there. So you guys start chatting and you get a good little chat going. That's something else. But, you know, there's that. But you still have to have a plan. And then the other thing, like I said, a live stream is like a laundry chat. It's got to have a purpose. It may not seem like it, but it's got to have a purpose. And the other thing is, do not leave the screen. If you're doing a live stream, do not leave the screen. Now, you guys have seen me lean back and grab something off this, or I might reach over and do this or that, but you don't leave the screen. You stay there in front of the screen, because, you know, you have asked me to come and jump in on your live stream. So I come to see you, to hear you talk. So you need to be there. So don't set up a live stream and not be there. And when you're done, end it. Just like with the video, when you're done, end it. If something comes up and you've got to go, like one time, you know, we were on live and my sister called and said, you know, mom's sick, we're taking her to the hospital. I said, guys, I got to go. Hung up and I jetted out of here. You have to end it. Don't leave the screen open. Now, when I was doing a FaceTime or a video messaging with April, because she's my mentee, and so I meet with her every Thursday at 1 o'clock on, like, instant messenger, not instant messenger, but it's like the Facebook FaceTime thing. And I had left something downstairs that I wanted to show her or talk with her about. So I said, April, I got to go get yada, yada, yada. It's downstairs. I'll be right back. I ran downstairs, got it, and ran right back up so that she's not just sitting there spinning her wheels waiting for me. So there's that. So try to plan to have all the things you need with you so that you don't leave the screen. There's that. And then it's like, imagine if you're watching the Oprah Winfrey show and Oprah said, oh, I forgot something. I'll be right back. And she left her chair. And now you're just sitting there looking at Oprah's chair. You'd be like, what? It's like, no, you don't do that. So if if a person is hosting a live stream, they should be there. If they're not there, bounce. So now what do I mean by bounce? For those of you that don't know slang, that means leave. So, hey, Amy, sorry you got to go, but I'm just about wrapping this up. I just wanted to make sure I gave best practices for live stream. So if you go to a live stream and the person is not there, leave immediately. Don't hang around because they should be there in their chair. Don't hit the like button. Don't hit the dislike button. Just bounce. And that sends YouTube a greater message than leaving a thumbs down. Just bounce. Because when you do that, it's dishonest and it's a poor use of your person's time. So let's say I see that you've got a live stream going on and I'm working somewhere else. I'm like, oh, well, when I get done, I'm going to jump on and see her. And then I get there and you're not there. I'm like, what? And I'm like, well, where is she? And then I'm like, okay, I got other stuff to do. So we are all very busy people. We don't have time for that. So if you jump on a live stream and the individual is not there, bounce. Now, it's one thing if the live stream starts late. There's been a couple of times I've jumped on late. It's like I was like, I don't know, didn't get the notes done, whatever, and I'm still getting them off the printer, but it's not on live. Like maybe the time has counted down to 0, but the screen's not on. You don't see me until I click that go live button. But once it's live, I'm in this chair unless an emergency happens. So, and then I'm going to, end the stream and go. So if you go onto a live stream and the individual's not there, bounce. Because I'm trying to teach you guys best practice. That's best practice. Okay. And then the other thing, we've talked a lot about this, is titles, thumbnails, tags, and a description box. Last week, Junker Necker was on and Grandma Sandy, and we had a great discussion at the last hour talking about description boxes and tags and thumbnails and all of that. And one of the things that we decided was that some personal development in regards to titles, tags, and thumbnails needed to happen. And I realized that, I'll say some of this stuff almost every week, but we're all in a different place. So we don't always hear the same thing at the same time. So we really had a good time talking about it. So when you write a title and you have a thumbnail, do not repeat on the thumbnail what you have in the title. So if you're, like, for example, for this particular video, the title is YouTube Talk, Goal Setting Your Best Year Ever, Open Invites. That was the title. My thumbnail has Ready, Set, Goals. 3 big words. Now, the YouTube Talk and all that, that's just part of the logo. So that was on there. But Ready, Set, Goals, that was my information. That's on my thumbnail. Or when I did the Vision Board Challenge last week, Vision Board 2020 Goal Setting, hashtag 2020 Vision Board Challenge. That was my title. What was on the thumbnail? 2020 Vision. And then I had it in different colors. So that's what you want to think about. Don't waste the real estate of the thumbnail and the title by repeating the words. You got 2 opportunities to engage your audience. Take advantage of them. So there's that. And there's lots of videos that talk about YouTube thumbnails and titles and stuff like that. And so we'll do some more of that. I'm thinking maybe we might need to go back, step back, and do some more of that basic stuff. So we'll talk about that again. But best practice is that a thumbnail has between 3 and 5 words on it. 3 to 5 words, or 2 to 5 words. Less is more. So there's that. Well, I'm going to put the list of the community of the that in the description box. I don't have a community link, but I can put it in the description box. And this channel is set up as a branded channel or sister channel to This and That with Denise. So I am able to like all the emails still come to me on my This and That with Denise channel. I get all the emails there because it's got the same email address. So last week I put this in the description box on the TNT channel. Well, this week I can put all that information in the description box for this channel. So that's what I'm going to do. And on my TNT channel, I put a reminder note with the link for this video that don't forget that, you know, the Shout Out Sunday show is now YouTube Talk. It's on a different location. Here's the link so that people could find it. So Tammy says, I've still got some work to do. You know, Tammy, we all have work to do. I have work to do. Stephanie has work to do. Diva has work to do. Amy has work to do. We all have work to do. None of us are perfect. None of us know it all. We are all growing. And I say from time to time, I am not the YouTube guru. I am learning just like you guys are. I'm just a step ahead of some of you. There are those of you out there that are a step ahead of me. I'm sharing what I know. I'm sharing where I'm at. When I learn something from Sean, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to share this with the group. So, you know, like we talked about that bridge thing and, you know, building one bridge and that kind of thing. So, right, Diva, we are always leveling up. So, you know, when we had our meeting on Saturday and, you know, he talked about this bridge thing, like I'm sharing with you guys what I just learned on Saturday. So, and I spent time working that through for one goal. I'm going to do that on several goals. So, yeah, so there's that. And then the other thing is that your description boxes, you've got to do a better job with your description boxes. Your title should be in your description box in the first 3 lines. If your title is, I don't know, Christmas Tablescape 2019, in your, is that your title? Then in your description box, in that first 3 lines, somewhere you should have the terms Christmas Tablescape 2019. You need to have that in there so that the YouTube algorithm knows what your video is about and they push it out. When I was checking a couple of the YouTube channels last week, when we were doing some audits, I would see the title, but nothing in the title was repeated in the description box. Well, then the algorithm doesn't know what the video is about. So there's that. Look at Kimberly and Pat with their cute little icons, hearts and lips and all of that. That is so nice. I'm not good with that emoji stuff. I'm still learning how to do that. My husband can do emojis better than me. He's got a really cute one on his phone of him. So there's that. And whereas they say that the tag box is not as important as it used to be, tags or keyword phrases are still important. Look at that. I got to learn how to do emojis. That is so cute. She put up a really cute emoji for me. So, okay. So, ladies, we have got to level up. As Diva said, we are always leveling up. We've got to level up 1% by every single video we upload. We've got to close that gap. We got to close that gap. We got to close that gap and level up and circle up so that we can get the growth that we want. We are not setting goals just to set goals. We're setting goals to stimulate action so that we can grow the way we want to grow our YouTube channels. That's what we're trying to do. So, all right, ladies, I think it's time for us to wrap it up. People are signing up. My voice is getting hoarse. I think it's time for me to go. But this has been a great session, though. I don't know. If you guys think so, I've got 17 of you guys on. If I could get 17 thumbs up, that would be great. But I was really excited about tonight's session because I felt like I really had good information to share. And I'll put the collabs and open invites. I'll get those in the description box. So, you know, you can look for those there. I'll get them in there tomorrow. But I really felt it was a good session. Mary, thank you. I was just really excited. So thank you for that. And Grandma Sandy wasn't on with us tonight, but she's the one that sent Lynn Kelly over here. Grandma's usually here, but I think she was busy tonight. Otherwise, she's usually jumping on and chatting with us. So thank all of you guys for joining in with us tonight. And if you like this live stream, if you want to grow your YouTube channel one subscriber at a time, hit that subscribe button. If you've not already subscribed to my product review checklist, please do so. Get on my email list so that should push comes to shove and I need to connect with you guys, I can do so. And Lynn Kelly, we are so glad you're with us. And it says Lynn Kelly author, so you've probably written a few books. I've written a few books too. I got a couple of them up here that I've written. So we'll have to chat about that. Anyway, good night, guys. I will see you next time.